That's another thing. Now, when you're tuning in a drop D, a harmonic thing can be very effective when you're tuning to a drop D. I'm dropping my E string a whole step. Now, you can.
So drop D tuning, now that we're on that subject, is you're dropping your low E string a whole step to a D note.
Now the reason that we do drop a D sometimes is because in certain classical literature, we need that note. We need that low note. Because in a key of D, we need this low D. If we didn't have that low D, that chord, that last chord would just be, it's nice, but you gotta have, it's much fuller. You gotta have that D. It helps.
So in the drop D tuning,
you'll see this drop D tuning in the plethora of lute music that's out there. It's common to lute music, but it's used in all types of music. I can use it in ragtime, for instance. It's very
question. The drop D tuning, all the rest of the strings are the same tuning as a normal guitar tuning. You're only changing the low E string. Is that correct?
That's all we're doing in this particular tuning. It's very common in classical guitar.
Why don't you spell out what the strings are in a drop D tuning?
Okay, in a drop D, we've got a D, low D, and we've got A, D again, G, open B, open E. So, it sounds like this without any fingers being placed on the fretboard. Okay. Again, you can check it by doing a D chord. If it sounds right. But it's very effective to use a harmonic here, because this harmonic on your 12th fret with a drop D will match your open D exactly. So I like personally to use this. But you don't want to play it real. You know, if you're playing in front of a crowd, when you're tuning up in front of a crowd, if you're on a stage, if you're doing a concert, if you're whatever you're doing, depending on if people are really looking, you want to keep your tuning very quiet while you're tuning up, and you kind of just want to. Let's say I was playing the key of D, you just kind of want to check, make sure everything. You don't want to sit there and play real loud while you're tuning up, because you want to keep it nice and quiet. And while people are rustling and coughing, you want to get in there and kind of do it real quick. You don't want to really, give away your secrets in the beginning.